Welcome to Someone Awesome Films. My name is Jared.
And I'm Stacey.
And today we are reviewing The Conjuring.
Ooh, a horror movie.
Horror movie, which I got to see in the cinemas. I haven't done that for ages.
Yeah,
seen a horror film in the cinemas. I've been to the cinemas recently again. But
the last time I saw a horror movie was probably 2008, I think, with The Orphan, so this was really nice.
Anyway, so this is directed by James Wan.
He's done a few good ones recently.
He did Insidious.
He did.
This had a very similar feel to Insidious. But it's funny, when you look at the trailer, it looked like a big mashup of crap.
It looked like every horror movie you've ever seen put together in one big horror movie.
Luckily, it wasn't that.
No.
It was about a family, the Perrin family, I believe, that moved into a house in the countryside.
It was haunted.
And it was haunted, basically.
Apparently, lots of people died there, and we decided to do a bit of research to see how much of this, based on a true story, was actually real. Turns out they hadn't even scratched the surface, according to, Google legend.
Some link that we read. And there is a book that is written about this, so we haven't read the book, we just learned stuff off the internet, which is the best source for information.
Yeah.
Google, books, whatever.
So apparently about 24 people have died on this property, but that's not the main problem. It's one person in particular who died, is a really hateful spirit and tries to take possession of people
in the house. So it's not good. You don't want that. And neither did the Perrin family. They didn't want that in their house. So they called some experts.
They called Ghostbusters!
They're basically Ghostbusters. And the Ghostbusters were Lorraine Warren, played by Vera Farmiga. She's the chick from The Departed. And she was a clairvoyant. And also Ed Warren, his husband. Her husband. And that was Patrick Wilson, the same guy from Insidious. So he's getting a bit of a horror calling,
streak
really,
there.
isn't it? Yeah.
On a roll.
So he's some dude that, the two of them basically go around and just fix possessions and horror things, and
they become the ghost-busting team in this. And also we had Ron Livingston, who was from Office Space in this.
Yeah.
And he was actually not funny at all, which is perfect.
Yeah, but I was worried when I first saw him, because I thought, I'm going to hate this, in a horror film, a funny guy. But I just forgot about it after a while.
You didn't notice, the acting was spot on. They really did good. And what I really liked about this was that they didn't use too much special effects. They really relied on just a good storyline and good suspense.
Because, I compare old horror films like The Ring, where everything was a bit ridiculous and stupid and animated. Whereas now, they're trying to... I say they. Who is they?
The horror
James
people.
Wan. James Wan.
Wanny.
He is trying to do this more... Imagine if this was actually real, or in this case, this did actually happen, supposedly.
It doesn't take a lot to scare people, I think, because it is abnormal activity anyway, so you don't need to have... You don't need to see demons to know that they're there.
It's the suspense. You don't need to see them. Just go watch a black screen for an hour and a half, pay your money and buy your popcorn and you'll be satisfied. No, that movie isn't exactly this.
Not even similar.
However, horror films where you know that something's going to happen and then it happens, it always shits me a little bit. This one didn't. It wasn't like that.
It wasn't very predictable. We knew stuff was coming, but we didn't know really when or how it was going to be presented.
And then the movie threw you off a lot of times. They thought, we know what you think's going to happen next, and we're not going to do it. And they didn't.
We chose the next stereotype at every time. They built suspense, the next stereotype from a horror movie, like, they're going to go do what they did in Ghostbusters. No, not Ghostbusters. But, The Omen,
I wasn't scared of Ghostbusters.
The Exorcism, and then it takes a whole different swing. And I really enjoyed that they made a lot of old styles something new again. Yeah. And that's what film is.
And visuals are really good. Filming was interesting. They did a few little funny camera tricks on there, which actually freaked me out. Sound, as always, is very good. The music and the sound.
Oh, the music was fabulous.
Music was, it was fabulous.
And the children screaming. Let me just comment on this, because
I love a good child screaming. It's when you throw them in a van and that screech.
No, you got the wrong end of this. Okay, there's nothing worse than a screaming child for too long in a movie, and I think one movie that really depicts gives me a good example of what I mean was War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah, I want to kill that little bitch.
Oh, she was horrible, but there wasn't too much screaming, so it was bearable to continue watching.
The children didn't seem like a pain in the ass. You can tell Stacey's a mother figure, can't you?
Yeah, I got a few years before I go down that road, guys.
No, excellent film. A few little, as all horror films, you always have little nitpicks in there.
I didn't like the doll. I have
Yeah.
to say, I didn't like the doll.
They sent a.
It's not a spoiler.
kind of side story about a possessed doll. I liked it. I actually liked
ghost
that
was
addition. Because throughout
banished to a doll.
Throughout the movie, they keep
Mate.
you kind of remembering. Well, what
Who,
about the doll? What
who
about the
carries
doll?
around a terrifying looking doll with them and then says, "Hey, Mr. Ghost, you can go live in here"?
that was a
No
bit
one.
stupid.
That was stupid.
Bit
Stupid.
Not as bad as Child's Play with Chucky, but it was a little bit stupid. I didn't really like the birds flying into the house as much.
Crows,
When
yeah.
when I watched the trailer, I thought that was stupid. I still kind of thought it was a bit stupid in the movie.
Well, they kind of took that from the movie The Birds, I guess. So
I guess so. But apart from that, I thought great film. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. That's how good I thought this was.
I concur, my dear friend.
You concur? Yes, so-
Monocle. Yes, no, I also give it a 9.
Good,
So,
good. We
awesome.
agree.
agreed. Woohoo!